On the occasion of the World Nature Conservation Day, which is being celebrated the world over on the 27th and 28th of July, on behalf of the National Biodiversity Authority and on my own behalf, I would like to convey my greetings to celebrate this occasion in a very, very appropriate manner. I must say that very recently, in fact this morning, I had a chance to be part of a program which is being organized by the Law University in Raipur and the Chhattisgarh State Biodiversity Board on commemorating the World Nature Conservation Day by organizing a national level workshop on traditional knowledge systems. So I do understand that there are a large number of areas where we need to work. The Biodiversity Act provides opportunities for working for the conservation of the biological resources in a big way. And I would take this opportunity to urge everyone that we need to put all our effort to ensure that biological diversity conservation, the use of biological resources, the application of traditional knowledge systems, and ensure that the access and benefit sharing with respect to our biological resources, those benefits are made available to local communities. I do also have a wish list. When we talk of nature, I must first say that compared to terms like environment, forest, wildlife and biodiversity, the connotation of nature has a much larger appeal. And when I say much larger appeal, I am looking at the context of local communities, local people. If you explain to them or talk to them about nature, it immediately registers that nature is something that we need to protect. And if you look at the logo of our own Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, it also says that nature protects if she is protected. The meaning thereby is that nature protection, nature conservation requires a lot of our involvement and engagement, and it is my wish list that we should think in terms of developing a green deal for nature. You are aware that most of the European countries, the EU countries, have a European deal for nature. This deal talks about looking at climate, looking at biodiversity, looking at land degradation in a holistic manner, and in a similar way, it should be our endeavor that for our country, we should also think in terms of developing a green deal for nature. This deal, once practiced, will look at many things. In particular, how do we value nature? What kind of contributions nature is making? We need to look at the way in which we produce, in which we consume our food requirement. Food security can only be established once we have an understanding of our production and consumption systems. We need to conserve our wild species. We need spaces for them to protect. We also need to look at restoring the degraded ecosystems. These are some of the activities that need to be taken up. We can convert it into a form of a green deal for nature for India. But even before we do that formally, nothing should prevent us to ensure that nature conservation becomes our motto. I would like to take this opportunity to urge the younger generation, the youth population, to understand that nature needs them as much as they need the nature. So let's take a pledge today that we will try and do everything not to degrade nature, but to protect it, but to conserve it. Thank you. Jai Hind.